Hello, welcome to NX 2506 New Functionality for Multi-Axis Additive Manufacturing. In this video, we will examine enhancements to 3D Freeform Thinwall Buildup functionality. Previously, programmers could only make one bead width on thinwall faces. If they wished for a thicker part, they had to offset the face, create multiple operations for each offset face, then merge the operations together. Enhancements to 3D Freeform Thinwall Buildup create an improved user experience by automating this process, so the user is not required to create additional faces and operations to get a thicker part. For review, here is an example of a single bead on the thinwall part. In this case, a foundation face was used. For each level, it offsets the foundation face by the slicing distance, intersects it with the drive face, and creates output at the intersection. In the next operation, a foundation curve was used instead of a foundation face. Utilizing a foundation curve means that the slicing stepover is measured on the 3D drive face. Note how in the first operation, the actual 3D distance between levels increases at the top of the part. When using a drive curve, the 3D distance of each slice is the same. In the first operation, the between layers start pass alignment setting was set to align with last pass. For each layer, they all start on the same end and finish on the same end of the drive surface, similar to a box cut or a zig move. Alternatively, if the start pass alignment was set to opposite with last pass, each successive layer will start on opposite ends of the face. Performing a normal offset, the function will create output on the normal side of the face. You must input how many additional passes to make. In this case, 2 stepovers means it will create 2 additional stepovers, plus the original one aligned with the face. In this case, the cut pattern is set to zig. Cut pattern is how it behaves on the individual level. Between layer parameters is how it behaves when moving from one layer to another. In this case, it is set to align to last pass. This effectively means that every pass, on every layer, will start at one side of the face and finish on the other side of the face. Changing the pattern from zig to zigzag means that it will zigzag on each level, but with the start pass alignment set to align, each level will always start on the same side of the face. Switching the start pass alignment to opposite to last pass means the start will alternate sides of the drive face for each level. Selecting the alternate pattern. Sequencing on even layers means that it will also switch from going outside in on every layer to alternating outside in to inside out. Doing this will allow for a continuous build from layer to layer without turning off the extruder. Offset beads can be done utilizing a foundation face or a foundation curve, as shown in the next example. The offset beads can be made normal to the drive surface, or opposite to the drive normal, as shown in the next example. Offset beads can also be made on both sides of the drive surface. The morph across pattern type can also be used to create output thicker than 1 bead width. In this instance, the foundation face is used. Here is the same morph across using the drive curve. Note how the pattern is normal to the drive face rather than being on the foundation face. Morph across with opposite to last pass will start on the same side, but on the opposite corner from the previous layer. Using the alternate pattern sequencing on even layers will cause the morph across to start on opposite sides of the drive surface from layer to layer. Morph across can be used on both sides of the drive surface and can be used with a split in case the stepovers start to get outside of a recommended range based on the curvature of the drive surface. "3D Freeform Thinwall Buildup with multiple offsets not only creates more functionality for thinwall offsets, but it improves the user experience of making thicker than 1 bead thinwall parts. We hope you enjoy this new functionality as part of NX 2506. Thank you.